What's up? This is Marlon Wayans. You're watching HGPC. And yeah, I'm me. Well, pick a Wayans. I'm him. Y'all don't want this smoke. All day. 12-4.
Hi, this is Andy from Hudson Guild Podcast. We're talking to teens about the newly renovated gym and teen lounge.
My name is Samara, and I'm happy the gym is open because it gives more people opportunity to get better at sports and make new friends and just chill when there's nowhere to chill.
My name is Noah. I'm happy the guild opened back up because ever since then there was nowhere to chill, nowhere fun, nowhere safe to be at. The community center right here is the best. Everyone's nice to each other. Everyone's playing basketball. It's just a good place to be.
Hi, I'm Essence, a participant of Hudson Guild's Teen Services, and this is HGPC Hudson Guild Podcast.
How y'all doing? My name is Justin Hans. I represent TIC New York. We represent a client that we work with currently with Autism Spectrum Disorder Foundation. And we specialize in getting kids resources to help them, especially nonverbal kids, verbal kids, and anybody that's in need of attention and help. myasdf.org. TIC New York is my manager's company. She's an amazing businesswoman. She built the company off of her and her 4 other employees, her 4 other coworkers, and they from then they just built the business with 5 people to 150 people within the span of, I say 10 to 12 months. TICNewYork.com.
TIC New York.
TICNewYork.com.
Okay. All right.
So when I'm not working with the autistic community, I'm definitely representing my own. I'm a writer, I rap, I make music, I'm an artist, I'm an actor, I do it all. I go by Verbal, that's my tag. You can find me on Instagram, verbal_FE. My links is in my bio. You can always check me out. And I also model, so don't forget that. Please don't forget that. Hey, I'm Verbal, and I'm ready to get what?
Interview.
Hey, I'm Verbal, and I'm ready to get interviewed by HGPC, Hudson Guild Podcast.
All right, I'm Monkey.
I'm Verbal.
I'm Sarah.
This is Hudson Guild Podcast.
Showed I'm starring.
Yeah.
So, We All We Got. That's what it's called. It's coming out. It should be coming out soon, like early June, late July. In between that time, not too far from each other. Definitely, it's an experience. It's people that been through things that normal people wouldn't really get out of. It's about people that been struggling even with family help or even without family help, like disregarding the needs of somebody, even if they're crying out to you. You know what I mean? And the title speaks for itself. We All We Got. It's unity. You're supposed to have your brother's back, your sister's back, your auntie back, your grandmother back. I know there's a lot of water that's thicker than blood, but blood naturally is thicker than water.
Yeah, that's interesting because we've been seeing a lot of shows now. I guess in more recent times, we see stuff like Atlanta, Snowfall, as well as things like, it's more of a, I guess, dramatized version, but we even see that in things like Power, where they talk about the Black experience, not just through the lens of a Blaxploitation film, but just looking at us as actual people inside of our own emotions. So when I was first hearing about your show, like, We're All We Got, that's very true. Like, we do have to often come together as communities, even though life is very difficult.
Life is very difficult, like, especially when you got nobody to lean on, especially when you're not doing the things you're supposed to do to prep yourself to really live through your day. You know what I mean? Like little instances, it's just, you want to make sure that when you get up in the morning, you're good. You want to make sure you got money in your pocket. You want to make sure that, even though I'm Black, I want to make sure my color, my tone is good. I want to make sure I'm presentable when I step outside, because I never know if I can come back. I never know if I can be left outside.
Yeah, we hear that a lot. I mean, even me, I just came off of my own job when I was at a neighborhood council's meeting, and we even hear how like out of touch some people are, even people who live in the community. They were talking and questioning about how the youth are smoking inside the parks. Oh, my bad. Smoking in the parks, and people are upset with that, saying that the youth should not be doing that. But you were saying that before, we experience a lot of trauma inside of these communities, just due to the fact that we exist here. We deal with so much trauma. It's hard to not fall back onto drugs or alcohol because of so much stress and pressure that we have. So having a community really does help to reinforce those values without having to rely on those substances.
Right, and I feel like that connects so much to music because a lot of these kids that are looking for like the same escape that like most people who like go to music or art are going to, they're looking for the same type of feeling just in something else that is like put on our shelves a lot more like accessible for us because it's literally put on our shelves more. So how do you like, what would you say to like teenagers that like reach for the drugs on the shelf over like maybe investing in or saving up for like maybe an instrument or like saving up for a drum set or something like that? What would you say to a kid like that?
Definitely, me personally, I'm 22 years old. I'm not that far from a teenager, but there's always more years to go. What I'll say to the youth, especially like the people that I look out for as well, and the people that need to be looked out for, I say that the drugs not really the main priority. In my main point of view, I really feel like people just need to be guided. A lot of people are lost. A lot of people, like, I feel like weed smoke is not what's separating you from the great people. Liquor is not what's separating you from the great people. You got artists that do that every day, and they strive.
They do, right?
You feel me? It's something. It's maybe the lack of motivation of teaching, the lack of me actually wanting to get up and go learn something from somebody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's within the people. People. The older we get, and the more we're going on with this day and age, the more each community, each society is getting separate.
Mm-hmm. But that obviously brings the question in that a lot of people have been raising, or I guess try to raise, because music and arts are something that's been attempted to be encouraged inside of predominantly Black and Afro-Latino communities a lot. And in your show, and again with music, it really is all that we got. We need people to be around us to get that inspiration. And sometimes, like in our own experiences, we've had certain words that, we've had certain words or certain experiences that help us and sort of is that snap moment that brings us to wanting to do these things or are the spark to our inspiration. Well, I guess what I'm trying to ask is, what was your spark? What was your moment in your life that caused it?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Like I grew up in a 2-bedroom apartment. You feel me? I grew up with 6 other people, as counting myself, along with my mother and my father and my sisters and brothers. You feel me? My motivation comes from them. They heavily driven people. They go get what they want to get. So it's like if I'm just sitting around or if I'm just doing this, it makes me feel uncomfortable. So it's like the drive comes from seeing somebody do it. You understand? That's what the youth need to do. Somebody within the youth need to be driving so everybody else can follow right behind the hazard lights. My brother, my sister, they got hazard lights on, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, I need to go. I gotta move. I gotta do this. I gotta make my music. I gotta dance. I gotta do this because nobody gonna do it for me. So I don't see nothing wrong with that. It's just if I got the hazard lights and you're willing to follow, and you're listening to my voice and it's hitting you, definitely. But I can't bring everybody because not everybody's gonna like me, and not everybody's gonna be like, oh, what type? I gotta see what type of hazard lights he's on. People gonna jump on and jump off. People gonna stay, ride it through. Some people gonna be like, I'm good. Feel me? So it really depends on the type of youth, and it depends on who's really listening. Mm-hmm. So definitely, if I could have that voice for the youth, I would love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a really good point to bring up because a lot of people wonder, I guess maybe adults are constantly wondering like, why won't the youth listen? Because you bring up something good. they're only listening to people who they could relate to, who they empathize with, who they really can see themselves as. And I think we could all see that if, like, for the people who we even see as our own role models, we need to see a little bit of ourselves inside those people who we look up to.
There was a study showing that it was somebody that put rice in water, and they put "I love you" on it, and then they also did the same thing, rice with water, and they put "I hate you." They came to both things every morning before they did what they had to do, and every night before they did what they had to do. Said to the glass of rice and water, "I love you." Said, "Oh, I hope you have a blessed day. Stay beautiful. Enjoy yourself while you sit here." Said to the "I hate you. I hate you. I hope you have a bad day. I don't care about you. Ugly. This is not right." It's just words. Study down the line, say 6 months to 9 months, right? That "I love you" is clear, white rice. Water is still good. It says "I love you." This one, the one "I hate you," is dark brown. What's the difference? It's the same rice. It's the same water, same container, just different words.
Where the spells from?
You want to wake up in the morning like, oh, brushing my teeth. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Come on, I gotta do it. So I gotta do it. That's a lot.
Like, no.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of things. That's the reason why a lot of people take certain things for granted, because they look at it as a chore. They look at it as a job. You feel me? Like getting up. I don't know. Sometimes getting up is a job. You feel me? Like, especially if you had a good night, like a little lit night, it's gonna be a job. But other than that, you should be happy to get up every day. You getting up. If my eyes open, I'm blessed. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like that plays the ultimate part. Within like society, especially like the ghetto or the hood. You know, like people get forced to do it, and then it's like why gentrify the hood if I was put there to be a statistic, and then you gentrify it to make it better, to move me somewhere else, and then you gentrify that place, and then I'm constantly.
It's like a continuous cycle.
How it lasts at least 20. If I'm telling you something, it lasts at least 7 seconds, and then for you to have a conversation when you pick up your phone, in order for you to actually get back to one-on-one convo, it takes at least 22 minutes for a human to really come back from their phone, come back from the television to be like, all right, I'm here, you know? Because it's like your brain is just, it's the people that use the social media platforms for professionalism. It's the people that use the social media platform for information. It's the people that use the social media platform just to, I guess, the creators to have the masses accumulate within their reach. So I make a new like a whole new social media. Everybody wants to do that's a new wave, whether it's negative or positive. You feel me? So for the professional people, it's like I'm using this account, this TikTok, this Instagram for my professionalism, my music, my attire, my brand, basically, what I represent myself as, regardless from the person that is using it for information. Like, you could use it for police brutality or people killing themselves or people killing other people, and it's not its own niche. It's not its own niche. It's like I could scroll, especially with the followers that I have, or the people that's following me, or just the stuff that gets recently searched. I could scroll. I could see somebody doing a whole dance video, a whole nice choreography. I scroll down a couple. It's like motivation. I gave it one more swipe. What is it? Somebody got gunned down. Police doing something. Like, it should have its separate niche, or it should be really monetized.
Because it can make or break you. It's really just what you want to see on there. I mean, I don't believe in this, but my sister is like a conspiracy theorist, and I be listening to her conspiracy theories, just like picking and choosing which one I agree with, you know.
Sis.
But she said that our phones, 5G, can they can hear us. I know they can hear us, but they can also feel what's in our minds, like without us saying anything. And
Hudson Guild podcast. I know.
yeah.
All right, cool. Neil. All right, I'm Monkey.
I'm Sarah.
This is Hudson Guild podcast. Shutting off.
Hey, one more time. I ain't like that.
Okay.
He's gonna.
I'm Monkey.
I'm Verbal.
I'm Sarah.
This is the Hudson Guild podcast. Signing off. All right, cool.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Essence, a participant of Hudson Guild's Teen Services, and this is HGPC Hudson Guild Podcast.